Right. Did you know that the Irish taxpayer is paying? I couldn't believe this. I found this out today off our workshop. The Irish taxpayer is paying for asylum seekers' car repairs. Now, before everyone jumps on it, I'm sure they're not paying for every single repair, but we've had a couple of instances in our workshop over the past couple of months, maybe over the past year, maybe, where we have had foreign nationals. These were Ukrainian in this time, but I'm sure it's not just Ukrainian. I'm sure it's for other people, where there was work needed to be done on a Ukrainian registered car. We had one there recently, about 6 months ago. It came to about €600. I think there was tires or service, something like that. And he said, can we just get an invoice, and that the Department of Social Protection, that the Department of Social Welfare were actually physically paid us the €600 for the invoice. And we had another one there recently, only very recently, and I'm not going to go into specific types of car or anything like that, but we had a premium branded Ukrainian registered car, needed a new engine, and the customer needed to get quotes from a couple of different garages and sent off to the Department of Social Protection, Department of Social Welfare, and that they were going to be paying the several €1,000 for the new engine in the Ukrainian registered car. I had to double check this twice with our workshop manager and mechanic as well. I could not believe this was actually happening. These are cars being driven around, not even paying Irish road tax, by people, by the looks of it now, that have plenty of money anyway. If the last car was anything to go by, this car was a Ukrainian registered premium brand car. Looks like no shortage of money, and the Irish taxpayer is actually paying for it. I shit you not. Now, I was debating posting this video at all because I don't want to be dragged into the whole immigration debate. I'm not that kind of guy at all. I'm certainly not anti-immigration. If you're coming into the country and you want to pay your taxes and pay your way and get a job and just basically contribute to the society and add to the society, you are absolutely 100% more than welcome. And I think nearly all the country would agree with that as well. But the actual notion that you can come into the country from, and again, this is not having to go at Ukrainians. I'm not having to go at asylum seekers at all. It's the setup. The setup is completely fucking arseways. Like, how is this a law? How is this possible? Like, do you know what I mean? When we see people below in the workshop, right, and there'd be retail customers, Irish customers that have their own jobs and everything that, and there's a €600 or €1,000 maintenance job they needed on their car, and they are genuinely struggling to afford and to pay for it. And then you can come in from a different country, and the Irish pay no taxes, and the Irish taxpayer will pay for your bill. What a fuck you that is to the Irish taxpayers and the people that work, and the people that are actually contributing to the paying for all this. Like, you know what I mean? It's just, the setup is completely wrong. I said, no issues with the asylum seekers are just they're playing the game, like, you know what I mean? They're entitled to it, obviously, so you're hardly going to say no to them. I have no ill will against them whatsoever. But the system is just so broken, like. And I think that's what's causing the frustrations. And no, you're not far right, and no, you're not anti-immigration if you just point out the blatant wastage of money here. I know everyone's having a go at Donald Trump and have a go at Elon Musk and everything like that, but what they're trying to do is try to eliminate some of that kind of wastage, because it is wastage, lads. I'm sorry, it is wastage. And I'm not taking any sides in this whatsoever, but I just thought that came up today, and I just thought that was kind of scandalous, to be honest. You know, so it's now again, it's not something that's happening every day, but we've noticed it a couple of times over the last year, and from speaking to other leaders, I know it's happening in other places too. I always use the example of a group of Irish people going to Australia, and how ridiculous and ludicrous it would be for them to be possibly entitled to Australian social welfare, or an Australian council house, or Australian anything. You go over there, and if you can't get a job, tough shit, you go home, like. Do you know what I mean? And that's how it should be when you go to a different country. The notion that you're entitled to a slice of the pie without contributing anything into it is preposterous. And again, like I said it again, because I certainly don't want to be brandished anything here, I am not blaming the people that come in. It's the system that is so completely and utterly broken. And I understand people's frustrations when they get mad over these kind of things.
Deputy Kenneth.
Taoiseach, can you confirm whether the reported payments to the refugees, Ukrainian refugees, for vehicle repairs, including sums ranging from €400 to €7,000, are being sourced from the exceptional needs payment from the Department of Social Welfare, or is this coming from the humanitarian funding, similar to the humanitarian funding that this government or previous governments found as the €1 million per month for cats and dogs from the Ukraine? Additionally, Taoiseach, do you believe that this expenditure is good value for money, especially in light of challenges to the Irish citizens? Could you clarify for us in this House whether those payments are also available to IPAS refugees? and those. And could you also, for the sake of clarification, as we know, there's 800,000 people after leaving these shores since 2008, Irish citizens who are living in Australia to Canada. I'm not aware of any other government in the world that is repairing people's cars and putting new tyres on them and putting engines in their cars. So can we could we get some clarification on that, Taoiseach? Thank you.
And I hope when we do get the clarification that you come back and narrow that. Let me be very clear. I mean, we help people in this country who fled war from Ukraine. I think we shouldn't
be repairing their cars.
Well, I think we shouldn't be giving out, Deputy, and you've asked the question, I'm going to answer now. I think we shouldn't be giving out a widespread sense that people from Ukraine are getting new cars, new tyres, and repairs. I think we should be very. No, sorry. I know you're new to the House, but we have. I know you're new to the House, but we've rules. You speak and then I speak. So let me speak. So I'm going to get you further information in relation to any such payments. But can I tell you, people who fled here from very difficult situations, have fled here in very difficult situations. I'm proud of the level of support we provide them, and I don't want to give a sense to people watching in from this that there's widespread repairs of people's cars going on. People who, they're really, let's have a sense of perspective. The people that I know from Ukraine who come here are making a bloody great contribution to the Irish economy. They're making a great contribution to their kids in our schools. They're working hard, and they're very welcome here. They're very welcome people from Ukraine. They're European, and we look forward to welcoming them to the European Union very shortly.
Deputy Nolan.
Don't be shaking
Shame.
your head. Dog whistle
Shame.
somewhere else.
Deputy Nolan.
You know what you're doing.
You were a dog whistler.
You're at it.
You were a dog whistler.
Deputy Nolan, please.
You were a dog whistler. You're a dog
Please.
whistler.
Someone texted out. Is that it?
You're a dog
Please.
whistler.
Deputy O'Flynn.